Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. Welcome to an episode of Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning. I have played Final Fantasy XIV for quite some time. I'm very familiar with the game. I have done all the story content on a different character that there is. So I wanted to go ahead and come back and kind of refresh it from the beginning for myself and share that with you out there in the YouTube lands. So with people that watch me live here at twitch.tv/Eliknor, we have created a character. So we're going to go ahead and start the game with that character. And if you want to help direct me, influence me, send me other directions, come on out, watch me live sometime, and we can make decisions together. Okay, here we go. And that is distinctive Final Fantasy XIV music.
Here. Here. Feel.
Usually in a situation like this, walking towards light's a bad thing. In this case, it's a good one. Until it does that.
Here. Feel. Think.
That's bright. Oh, do I get the full artifact gear start? Or is this just for the video? It's been a very long time since I started this. And then the nice little intro there. Oh, you all right, lass? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Doesn't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, seeing as we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. I will do my best with the voice acting, just do not expect a whole lot out of it from me. Might as well have been the bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa is still a far way off, in case you was wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? There's the twins. Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Peddlin? So you like bikes? Is that what it is? If everybody's running a pool on me keeping voices consistent, don't bet on me keeping them consistent. Some characters I will keep consistent, because they'll be up often enough. Some, if we ever see Brennan again, I will probably not remember that's his voice. Smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your your unusual garments, say, are you one of them new adventurers? Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventure's a risky business. These days especially. What was that? What was it that first attracted you to it? Let's see. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune. Summoner, I think, character decision-wise, I'm going to go to gain power. Power, as in her power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that. I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Once we make port, you'd best sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Limsa's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe or even sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. The ship's under attack. Ship's off the starboard bow. Pirate colors. Pirates, bloody hells. Have ye no sense? Get below. Yeah, suddenly for some reason I have the Pirates of the Caribbean theme in my head. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominsan colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or a bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out. Let's see. We made it out of cannon range. Ain't no buccaneer's bark will catch this fighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I've lost mine otherwise. If them pirates give up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? For this particular character? Yes. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ahem. Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. So it's good with belly buttons? Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guessed she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Ha ha! Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if it weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, case you didn't know. At long last, land ho! Behold Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limilin, goddess of navigation. And just as a warning, I'm probably going to butcher a lot of the names that come up in this game. Because the way they're spelled and the way my brain wants to read them is never really quite the same.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa.
Big towers on rocks at the edge of the ocean.
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane.
Now, see, I told you I was going to butcher the names.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. I'll say an Alphino walking by. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. So become a big enough legend that you can brag about having been saved by me. Okay.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage, till sea swallows all.
I do like that as a, to the end of time kind of thing. Till sea swallows all. That is a nice phrasing for that. Okay, so here we are just walking into the center of town. Fresh off the boat. Can't remember if it'll let me attune to that aetheryte right away or if I have to do some other things first. Hey, you there! I mean you. This is my district. I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Again, it's been a very long time since I've started a new character, so I don't remember all the details of early game. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. And actually, I am looking at this at a different angle than I have before. Because again, starting as a Lalafell, which is my main character, everything is much shorter, much lower angles. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands. Rough-cut diamond of the Ronto Sea. Please select the control scheme you'd wish to use. I'm going to go gamepad. Character and adjust the position of the camera. Yada, yada, yada. When you're ready to proceed, speak to him. Don't want to open that. I know my controls. Oh, you're gonna make me go talk to him before I... Actually, I'm going to... Okay, I want to go to... I'll set up more of the controls later. Because I'm going to reposition all these items on the hotbar. Actually, I want to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to set them up differently on other hotbars. So, accepting quest. Once you've accepted a quest, a prompt will appear detailing its objectives and rewards, yada yada yada. Coming to Limsa Lominsa. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. Without a bit of local knowledge, you're likely to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just head straight down this street and speak with Greffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crown's Lift. That'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the Wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. So we got a quest. We got duty list. That's not what I wanted to do. That's where I wanted to go. Duty list I'm very familiar with. And main story, and then job quests there. We're going to get some of these early ones out of the way. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. I said Crown's Lift earlier, didn't I? I could, go ahead and take the hotbar stuff from my main character to transfer to here. Complete the quest by speaking to the person with the check mark. Yeah, many of your HUD interfaces and items on there can be shifted and moved. So I'll demonstrate that between episodes. I'll demonstrate that while live. Yep. Greetings to you, lass. What'll it be? But you ain't here for the drink, are you? You come with the mind to try your hand at venturing, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Baderon, and most hospitable osteries of the... The name's Baderon, and this most hospitable of hosteleries is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got this desk specially for Anlin Guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats o' me regulars. All those letters he's dropping from the speech just racking my brain. Venturers have a knack for finding trouble, see? That's what adventuring is. Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever ye look. If ye manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get ye instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and y'all see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only thing what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories, too. Ain't no one's been able to explain it in a way as makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. Ye can imagine why these people might fear for the future if they might rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgetting what they did for us. This God's damned calamity spawned a memory loss robbed us of their names. Won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a goal flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against the blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. If this what's got people calling these arrows the warriors of the light. If Limsa's ever going to pull this time o' darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new arrows like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them, and that's why any aid we can give to a venturer is effort well spent. What say ye, lass? Ye willing to lend us your strength? Me thanks to ye, and to the navigator and all I knew. What's in all? I knew she'd steered ye my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scrawl right there. Caden Invis, is it? And that's a fine name it is. Congratulations, ye now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friend signals, were you? No. Now, hold on just a minute there, officer. You've got the wrong lass. This fine, upstanding young lady is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. Grandma's sister's niece's cousin's close. Okay. The lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You surely are aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. I hit the button early. Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Marathor, but that doesn't mean it won't get ye good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsans can be a headstrong bunch of bastards. 'Tis true, but given time, we'll grow on ye. Now, where was I? Words. Possible. Good, yes. Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the seas are green and as the faces of me patrons after a few too many blackberry whiskeys. Ooh, blackberry whiskey, that sounds good. Now, take a moment to gather ye wits, and we'll get started with learning ye the ways of the city. My brain keeps wanting to insert proper words in there where they don't actually exist. So, quest complete. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Taking the first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Lominsa. Swell the wisdom of batter on 10 fingers and go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Oh, hey, look at that. Leveled up to level 2 already. Let's see here. Yeah, system, HUD layout. Lets you rearrange a lot of the things that exist on your HUD or will exist on your HUD. So you can move them around, various icons and things that your job will have, enemy list, team members, and things like that. You can just rearrange them how you like, which I may do with a couple of things, but I'm not going to do at the moment. And pets. You can now summon a pet to do your bidding. So yeah, do guard, steady, away. Actions will be set by hotbar, which I'm not going to worry about. Main scenario quests to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main story quests, MSQ. They've got that flaming icon. Quests using the blue with the plus are tied to other things, to unlocking stuff generally. And then that's the scenario guide, which is up in the upper left-hand corner there. I'm very familiar with. Cannot be used here. Okay. That's right, because I'm in the city. I should still be able to summon. So it's here. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down the floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device which can move ye from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district. What lies beyond the aetheryte? Don't go throwing your gill around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, "Why's me coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swazbear instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful-ints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell-slingers at the Arcanists Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome if you decide to join their crew. Miri at the front desk is the one to get ye started. Got all that, lass? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it, there I go, sending ye off without telling ye something crucial. That bloody calamity's made me a right mess o' me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Yeah. Calamity or beer will definitely make a mess of your memory. Any road, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods who look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but never know what's interesting opportunities could be lurking out there. Just waiting for you to stumble on 'em. For example, Ninia over yonder's been casting glances at ye since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she's has to say? Aye, you like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once ye build a reputation as a woman folk trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith ere in the wench. The lads as bear that title have some fine advice for them what just starting out in the profession. And that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend among venturers. Hi. So, actually, I'm going to go talk to the smith first. To leave the drowning wench, you must accept the quest making a name by speaking with Ninia. Okay. So just main menu stuff. Navigation, which is all stuff that I know. Yep, I think I need to do a few more things before that unlocks. Because the smith is where you learn a lot of your skills and basically basic battle techniques. Making a name. Ninia, veteran adventurer, has some information that might be of interest to you. Let me see if I can get a closer look, just so I know what kind of voice to do. Oh, well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventure. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago. Saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Lominsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skinrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to a headskiff in the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows what a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay. So the lift attendant taking me down. There is an up from here, I just haven't unlocked access to it yet. Hair's not wanting to behave today. Sanctuaries, this is a sanctuary, interacting, yada yada yada. Peculiar herb. Nice little trail of them along here. Okay. Leading me in the direction of the that giant crystal aetherite they were just telling me about. Okay. Actually, I got to give these to... I mean, on the map it shows like right here. Is there an NPC that hasn't rendered in yet? Next, there's nothing down there. There we go. Oh, it's loading in all. It's rendering in, loading in all the people. So it took a minute to get the NPC in. Yeah, I'm out, Skiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They're the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the chest. These herbs are not more than Althic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa Lominsa. In fact, these probably spilled from the crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, miss, but not to worry. You learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Okay, ooh. Let's go ahead and call out my carbuncle friend here. We have somebody rocking on a guitar over there. But we're going to attune to the aetherite here. You attune to the aetherite. Another novice adventurer. I, Baderon, has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Suntimal, one of the Yellow Jackets, tasked with keeping peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance to the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into the ethereal energies. They are primarily used as means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the aetherites in their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of a city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Return learned. Just lets me teleport right back to there. With your aetherite, you're now able to use the return spell, which return and teleport anybody and everybody can use. So let's see here. Gotta head off this way. We gotta... Okay, I thought we had like a... Actually, oh, there's some DC problems, but, yep. We've got a whole orchestra that's gonna be playing there. Okay. A fine young morning to you, madam. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. As much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Baderon? Whatever could it... Ah, my octant! By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench. You should always be careful not to leave things behind in the wench. We'll just leave that as it is. Along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid. And what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than this east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt each gill you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent, adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. I think we're wearing the same necklace. Yeah, we are. He's got the same neck piece on that I have. Actually, what do I have as far as gear on right now? Just the basic gown? Okay. See, I want to attune to this. Because that'll let me use this as a teleport point around town. Off to the Adventurers Guild. Way of the Arcanist. I believe there's another, yep. I'll talk to the guild receptionist here. Welcome to the Arcanists Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa Lominsa, Arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merylwib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanists Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study of this challenging discipline, then I must insist you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. Okay, and actually I could go back to him and speak to him, but we're going to go ahead and unlock the Way of the Arcanist. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild, or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? I would never be intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking. There needs to be more thinking these days, if you ask me. Spell speed, vitality, yep. Okay. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster, that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Febergin. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You'll find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcome. The guildmaster right here. Yes, I am Thurbigin. Greetings. Welcome to the Arcanists Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me, then, to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of Aether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yep. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lunacia you will find, among others, 3 species of pest: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and aureolae. I ask that you employ your skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanists Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Alrighty, so the Tempest Gate. Let's see, that's not where I want to go. Yep, there, okay. So go back to the Aetherite and back to the Central Aetherite. And the Fisherman's Guild is all the way at the other end of the area. So I will sync with that later. Right now... Oh no, I need to go to the upper decks. Yep, okay. Wait, that's for that quest. I'm drawing complete blank. It's been so long since I've had to actually navigate Limsa on foot. Zephyr Gate. So Tempest Gate was the one there by the Arcanists Guild. So I was in the right spot to begin with. The Arcanists Guild, yep. Of course, it does make sense that that's the ferry docks. I'm completely brain farting on where it is I'm supposed to go because I haven't navigated ferry ticketer. I haven't navigated Limsa Lominsa on foot in a very long time. Where was it she said these were at? Lower Lenacia. Lower Lenacia, okay. Western Thanalin. Middle Lenacia. Western Thanalin. It's all the upper decks. Let's go ahead and go up to the upper deck and complete the at least this part of the main story quest. Then I'll see if I can remember how to get out to where I need to go without teleporting. That's usually how I would do it. As I'm getting myself totally turned around here. Yeah, because the map right now is it's largely just indicating the main story quest areas. So I gotta remember how to get to Lower Lenacia from here. There might be one from the upper area too. To the Drowning Wench. Okay. Yep, there's the smith. If we'll complete this, then we'll go visit the smith. Ah, there you are, Caden. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did ye? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Lominsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them three places. And now you've some idea of what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lass. Stick with old Batteron and you'll go far. This is completing. Oh, leveled up to 3. Let's see here. There's skills, you know, fledgling heroes. You're a champion of tomorrow. Guidance, mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. New adventurer status applied to all players who recently begun. Yep. Okay. That's but the mentor stuff. Okay. That wasn't what I was looking for. But lower decks, Lower Lenacia, there we go. I need to go south from here. Makes sense that, yeah, you'd come up here. Can I even... Can't even access my minion guide yet. I think I have a couple of count-wide minions. I just can't get to them at this time. Yep, this is where I need to go. You gotta go to the upper decks to get to the Lower Lenacia. Yep, Tempest Gate, there we go. Let's go squash some bugs. Yep, battle stuffs. Achievements. Little ladybug. Take out a couple of these. clear this alert that popped up. Experience points. Binding items. So yes, when I start using stuff, armor and weapons, they're bound to me. Okay, 3 wharf rats are out. No. There's one more. 2 wharf rats. I can count, really I can. I was alternating between ladybugs and wharf rats. So one more ladybug. One more wharf rat. But yeah, I'm just slinging all the spells. And these are all passive enemies, including that big old Gabu right there. Frogs might be aggressive. Oh, these frogs are passive. Okay. But these jellies up here, these are the ones I need to take out. Carbuncle will throw a shield on me. And the jellies are all done. And got a level out of that. Plus I got a chain bonus. Oh, I can heal myself now. Which I don't use a whole lot, really. I might more in this early game, but in general, I don't. But yeah, if you take out enemies your level or higher out in the open fields, it will trigger chain bonuses. So you get bonus experience as you take them out. I'm going to actions and traits. Some carbuncle goes there. Physic goes there. Radiant Aegis goes there. Yep, okay. Okay. I will leave those where they're at for right now. So I need to change the... Here, I'll do that. Actually do that here real quick. Character. Hotbar settings. Cross. There we go. The WXH, that one I want to have. Okay. So no, hotbar is always going to be 1. Cross hotbar is going to be 2. That's not the layout I want. I'll get this layout sorted out. That didn't even keep what I wanted it to keep. let's go turn in this Arcanist quest. Then I think we'll go ahead and turn in this Arcanist quest. We'll wrap up this episode right here. So then we'll pick up more main story quests and Arcanist quests next time. Let's get this one done. I'll go through some of the training stuff that will basically give me some equipment for early quick leveling. I see the creatures beyond the city walls posed you little threat. It is with great pleasure, then, that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. As to commemorate this occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents to wish to test it. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting. So when I hit level 5, there will be another quest from her, which actually I could hit real quick. But, so we're going to go ahead and wrap that episode up there. Thank you for watching. Be sure and give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, ring ding ring, clang that bell so you get notification when these videos or other videos like it go up. Thank you for watching. I will see you around again another time. Bye-bye now.